Ready, break. And the Canes will boot it away to start the game. Running to daylight from inside his 25. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. So Ohio State's offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The kickoff team is out there, and their #1 job is to make sure one special team's touchdown isn't answered with another one. Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Back to pass, it's Edwards. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 14, Ohio State 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Third and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack. You get the rock.
Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Mayfield. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Throws to the tight end, and they can't make the play on third down. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Now on the return. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Miami! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the run from inside his 25. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's loose. Open field. Time has run out of the half, and he can sprint to the locker room where the orange slices will be a little bit sweeter. A punt return for a touchdown to end the half. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
42, Ohio State.
The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half.
This one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Just, oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Touchdown.
You know, we just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently and to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
They go to the draw. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Drop, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes.
And the special teams comes up special. He takes advantage. The short punt, he catches it. And you can tell, does a great job using his blocks, getting north-south, getting to the end zone for the big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. Here's the return from inside the 25. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Miami. The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. Straight ahead from inside his 25. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Edwards. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Miami.
What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
That makes the score Miami.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six.
Defense on the football.
He'll start the return inside his 25.
Return is
Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34.
Buckeyes will take over.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Miami.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the quarterback is snowed under. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. He's looking downfield to throw. Picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. He caught it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 48, set to kick off.
Hauled in inside his 30, and he'll head the other way. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Edwards. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Punt returners, man, you just got to make one guy miss. You make the first dude miss, and then a lot of times it's off to the races. This guy is so dangerous in the open field, as he shows right there in the punt return touchdown.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. The kickoff team is out there after that last punt return for a touchdown. Let's see if we get another big special teams play. Running the daylight from inside his 25. They get him corralled. He gets that return out to the 35. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air on first down. Coming after him. He'll try to do it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're...
Touchdown, Canes! And the beatdown has ensued.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just misjudged it against that high sky and couldn't hang on to it. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Touchdown, Miami! The defense with the scoop and score. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Can't hang on, he muffs it. Takes it inside his 30, and he's headed the other way. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it was...
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Edwards. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He'll start this drive firing. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. Dangerous return man grabs it inside his 30. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity to...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Hurricane! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around, I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. One more play to pad the stats. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, The ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. He'll kick it off to get us underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets a block, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So Miami's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make...
And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Cade. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. The Wolverines offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the position.
And they got him for the sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
On that last play, they'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Back to pass, it's Robertson. They're trying to get to it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And this defense has squatters' rights in the backfield. Back-to-back sacks, and the crowd is insane. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in, looking for space. Touchdown, Miami! The special teams with a special moment.
What a nice job by the punt returner. First thing he does, secures the catch, and you can tell they set up the return. He reads his blocks really well, turns on the afterburners all the way to the end zone. Special teams coming up with the huge play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Takes it inside the 25, chance for great field position. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. He'll field the punt and take it back. There he goes. Open it up. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The end of the third quarter. With the score, Miami 21, Michigan.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The play action fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. He looks that one in nicely. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Quarterback adapted. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Makes the catch inside his 30 and wants much, much more. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. All the way back to the 15. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. On the run from inside his 25. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break. Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to fire deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Hurricane.
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Give to the running back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's got great speed. Oh, big juke to get past. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cave!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his 30, what a chance to flip the field. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Miami 49, Michigan 0.
And the Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here's the return from inside the 25. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from these. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. Caught inside the 30, and he'll bring it back. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Robertson. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Trying play action. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. If they don't do anything right now, this defense has had their number all game long.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the foot. Going over the top. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the stomping has commenced. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Makes the catch inside his 30 and looking for room. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job of getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And as they get into the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Miami 63, Michigan 0.
Ready, fight. 691, Gators smoke, green 25.
Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Feeling some heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Caves. And the defense doing work.
What a big-time play for the defense. Not only forcing the fumble, but scooping it up, taking it all the way to the house. That's how you change the momentum of the football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Trying to find it in the sun, and he muffed it. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Getting some heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. To the air, it's Robertson. They get to him as he throws. Finds a man on the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see what he can do with it. Makes a move. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to escape and get it in. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Straight ahead from inside his 25. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looks it in at the 40. He gets a block. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Miami! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 25. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.